John Lynch joined CanBR this morning to talk about a lot of different things. He talked about Trey Lance. He talked about Brock Purdy. He talked about a bunch of different things, especially with it being Cowboys week. But let's start with this. John Lynch was asked about Jerry Jones' comments earlier this week, saying that the San Francisco 49ers are the Super Bowl favorites right now. And John Lynch was basically asked, is this gamesmanship, or do you think Jerry's just being Jerry? This is what John Lynch had to say right here.
Let's start how the week started when Jerry Jones said, well, the 49ers are most likely to win the Super Bowl. How do you, was that a mind game or is Jerry just lavishing praise on you? How did you interpret that?
Well, I think Jerry's pretty crafty. He's done this a few times before. Maybe he does think that. He also speaks kind of what's ever on his mind. But I would just say it's really early. I mean, I think we're playing good ball. I think we've been a very good football team thus far. It's early, so you have to. One thing I've learned over my years in this league, you have to earn it every week, and that's the great understanding that our team right now has under the leadership of Kyle, reinforcing that every week, and our team leaders living it each week, is that we have to earn everything we get, and this is the next step. Happens to be against a very good team, happens to be against a rival. And we're excited for the opportunity.
Obviously, with this week being a Cowboys week, a big point of emphasis has been Trey Lance. The 49ers traded Trey to the Dallas Cowboys for a fourth-round pick before the season began. And a lot has been talked about Trey giving away scheme details and things like that to the Dallas Cowboys. And this was John Lynch's take on it.
You talked about the game's about hitting and executing, or is the game about Trey Lance knowing your playbook? John, Paulie and I being Brady Bunch guys, there was a stolen playbook back in the old days.
I remember
you remember that?
Yeah, it's a good episode. Caused some problems.
All right, how real is this that Trey knows you guys inside the quarterback room?
There is information you can share. My experience with that as a player is it tends to screw you up more than it does help you. I mean, this isn't the Houston Astros over there banging a drum for fastball or
nice.
Football. He can't do that over there, and now everything's through the headset. I think the closest thing to it back in the day when coordinators actually used to signal things in, you could glean some things, and people did. One organization in particular will.
Are we talking? Are we talking the ultimate game here about 20 years ago?
We don't need to.
No comment.
No comment.
Come on.
There was more you could glean, but I do know that like playing the quarterback position, he's probably been more privy to a lot of the scheme thoughts and all that. So, but I don't think there's a whole lot. I mean, we've got Anthony Brown on our defense, who spent 7 years in Dallas. Do we try to glean? Sure, you have some questions, but that's more about individual personnel than scheme. If you get caught up in trying to guess things in scheme, maybe a code word here or there that can help you, but it's not something we're worried about. And I bet something that they haven't spent too much time focusing on.
Okay, but you say it can screw you up, but we can go on record saying there is this particular game that did not screw you up, right?
Well, yeah, I give Mike Shanahan a hard time because one time we were playing the Indianapolis Colts, and we had studied and long and hard, and there was something Peyton Manning did with apple. I guarantee it's a run. I came flying up from the middle of the field because apple was supposed to be a run, and a post went over my head. Thankfully, it was a long foul ball.
Okay.
And he was usually Mike with that red face staring at me, and it was me with the red face. Don't you ever tell me something like that again.
Nice, Sean.
After you've had some experiences with that stuff, just play the game. Do your thing, because you get caught up in guessing, it can go bad in a hurry.
So John Lynch doesn't feel like it's that big of a deal. We'll find out when Sunday comes around to see what the 49ers are doing and if it feels like the Cowboys defense has been all over them or if it feels like they've been in their playbook. So we'll find that out too. But of course, John Lynch also addressed specifically the haters of Brock Purdy. Obviously, a lot of people are doubting Brock Purdy, just as recently as Stephen Ruiz, who says the 49ers will never win a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy at quarterback. This is what John Lynch had to say about Brock Purdy's play and what he thinks about these people who continue to doubt Brock Purdy.
but there's also chatter now. Brock Purdy is a system quarterback.
Here we go.
This is what John, what they say the haters would say. Is Brock Purdy a system quarterback, John?
Brock Purdy has shown himself to be a really good quarterback, and he's showing it every week. I mean, it's been very consistent, and I don't even think we need to defend that, because you look at the numbers, you talk to people who know football. He's for real. We got a ton of belief in him. We're better with him, and you see it every day. It's not like just a flash in the pan thing. It's consistency. He's a machine, and I think he's continuing to get better, and that's an exciting thing for us. And he handles everything so well. It's just what a godsend he was to this organization, and just his approach, the way he goes about things, trying to get a little bit better each day, the preparation he does it's hard to hang with our head coach and our offensive system, and he just throws it to the right place. And I think that's why all our weapons, instead of, first of all, it helps when you're having success. They're not complaining because they know the ball's going where it's supposed to go. He's not playing favorites. We're not trying to dial up. We're saying, okay, here's the play. Take it where the coverage dictates. And Brock's 99 times out of 100 is going to take it the right place, and he's doing a tremendous job of that. So can't say enough about him. And as for the pundits, the haters, let them keep hating.
Right.
Because,
yeah, right.
We'll keep rolling with them.
Great interview by KNBR, as always, dropping tons of nuggets. They constantly have some of the best guests, and they just bring so much 49ers content. Always love to listen to John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, guys like Steve Young, always joining KNBR Weekly, and they provide just such great insight, and they just give us so much good information. So shout out to KNBR, as always, for producing this awesome content. And what did you guys think of what John Lynch had to say about all these topics? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.